I'm live. So I mentioned on Instagram earlier that I might go live again. You're probably all sick of me. That's why there was hardly anyone when I live streamed earlier about the screaming mandrakes. But I just thought, you know what? Here I am in bed and I'm going to live stream. And I'm going to talk about comforting fragrances. So, oh, hello, Frankenstein. Hi. Yay, nice to have someone here. So welcome to my bed. Let me, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing all right. I had a relaxing bath. So I went on a really long walk today, about 2 hours. It was a bit cold. When I got back, I was freezing. And you know when you just can't warm up? And so I had a really lovely long hot bath. So that was really nice. And Heather says hello, Claire. Hi Heather. Thank you for joining. I wasn't sure if anyone was going to come along because I've been smashing out the lives and I thought it might be overkill, but it's Saturday night. No one else was doing a live, so I thought I would do one because it's a time when maybe you feel a bit like you wouldn't mind socialising, you know. Well, it might not be Saturday where you are. Might not be Saturday. Might not be night where you are. Frankenstein, trust me, you're going to have a lot of company. Hashtag just quarantine facts. Jimbo, hi Jim, and John, hello. You look nice and toasty, all warm and lovely hot bath, and nice and relaxed in bed. So yes, feeling good. A little bit different to last night's live stream, which was I guess a slightly tipsy one with Dan, and I haven't watched that one back. Usually I end up watching them back just because I can't remember everything, but I haven't watched that one back, and I sometimes feel a bit embarrassed at how tipsy I can get. So so Heather, it's 5:20 p.m. where you are. Okay. Hi Rich, the duck is in the house. I put the picture up of my feet in the bath just because I just couldn't make a thumbnail picture that I was happy with, so I'm looking a bit rough. Obviously I've taken my makeup off. I've got a little bit of mascara left on my lashes, but yeah, I was looking a bit rough, so I decided to just take a screenshot of the Instagram post I did with my feet in the bath. So, and also I thought people might come along because they think I'm in the bath. They tend to like my live streaming from the bath. Don't know why. Itchy face. So how are we all doing? Are we feeling okay out there where you are? What's been your scent of the day or night? Do share it with me. So today when I went on my walk, I wore Serge Renaissance 1861. I put it in my video of my top 10 niche fragrances for life, and I really felt like wearing it, and it was lovely. Frankenstein, how has this new change substantially changed your routine, and what's your scent of the night? Mine is Bentley from Men Intense. Hasn't changed my routine as such because I will have to still go to work. I work for a water company in the control room, so we have to take care and look overview of all the water treatment works and reservoirs and stuff. So that's a 24/7 shift pattern that we have to follow. So in terms of that, I'll still be doing it. As far as I'm aware, we're still in the same building, although they have split us up. So night shifts, when I was on night's last set of shifts, we went downstairs into a different room so that we didn't come into contact with the people that we cross over with for the day shift. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say Sweetie. So Sweetie's walking all over the bed. Come here then. So the work are really trying to protect us in terms of not letting us get sick, because that would be quite bad. And apart from that, the only thing is I've not been able to go out and watch music in pubs. Is one of the things when I've got a weekend off. It's something that I quite like to do. Meeting friends, that kind of stuff. Sweetie. So yeah, not being able to do that. But apart from that, it's not really changed my routine. Has it changed yours? Sweetie, come here, look. You're going to be a pain. Come here, look. Little bugger. There she is, look. What are you doing? She wants all the attention. So she came up the stairs. Look, there she is. Came up the stairs, meow, meow, meow. So she just wants to get all the attention. Jim says, been inside all day, scent of the day, Le Labo, Fleur d'Oranger, very nice. I'm assuming it's a orange flower scent, but actually Le Labo are a little bit tricky with their names, and usually what they call it is not necessarily the dominant note. So perhaps you can tell us, so I've got sweetie hairs on my face now. Perhaps you can tell us, Jim, how that one goes. Frankenstein, good luck, stay safe. Same to all of you. Heather saying hello to Jim and Rich. She's wearing Kai's the Marshall and Lavender Frolina. I think I've tried Lavender Frolina one. That was nice. Frankenstein, and the list will go up sometime soon. 10 for life that I shamelessly tagged myself in. No, brilliant, go for it. Heather Marshmallow, good grief, I'm losing the ability to text. Frankenstein, yes, substantially. I am an international student. Oh, I've got bloody cat hairs in my mouth. I'm an international student, so basically no uni, a shift to an online class. I'm used to going out often these days, staying home, kind of restless already. It's really tough. I think it's kind of quite a lonely thing to suddenly be removed from being able to see people. So yeah, it is a little bit sad. If you're a people person, it's really difficult, this self-isolation stuff. Heather likes Fleur d'Oranger. Richard Sanford, hi, how are you there? Yeah, oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, doing all right, doing all right. So yeah, if you haven't shared your scent of the night already, please do so. If you are watching but you haven't signed in on the register, you know the rules by now. Sign in, just say hi. You can just give a little wave or a thumbs up if you don't feel too chatty. Just give it a little emoji of some description. In actual fact, how about let's use emojis to describe how we are feeling right now. So if we can all take part in this one, by the power of emoji, how are you feeling? Let me see if I can, I don't know if I can do emojis with my laptop. Custom emoji picker, oh, what's that? Certainly, I don't think I can do emojis from my laptop, but let's see what you've got. Oh, here we go. Carlos Fandang has got a heart emoji. That's very nice. Oh, and says feeling strong and feeling love. John says, how are you holding up? Yeah, okay. I think we've all probably been up and down. Certainly from the people I've spoken to, very up and down. But for the most part now, I'm trying to be positive. Dan's all the hearts, so lots and lots of love. Dan is feeling. Jimbo says he loves Fleur d'Oranger, but the longevity isn't the best. It does smell like orange blossom to me. Okay. Jim, please show us your emotion in the form of an emoji. And anyone else that hasn't done so. Frankenstein, Heather, give us an emoji. Rich Mitch, how are you feeling? Give us an emoji. And John. Dan Spanos has now got one with the mask on. Brilliant. Yep. Okay, I'm going to have a little sip of my drink. I felt like I was going to do a cough then, but I feel like I can't even cough online in case you think I've got the lurgy. I've got squash, so it's just a very weak pink squash tonight. So I felt really dehydrated. I forgot to have anything watery today. I've only had coffee all day, and then suddenly I was in the bath and I just the irony of it, all this water, and I was like, oh, I need a drink. Heather's emojis. I think that means she says she's hungry, so her emojis are burger and chips and a face. That looks like a hangry face actually. Jim, I can't find a fat emoji. I haven't exercised in a week and a half. Oh no. A Frankenstein looks like you're kind of like quite a lot of different emotions changing rapidly over a period of time, I guess. That's what you're saying, for with the final one being the mask face. I bet that's trending. I bet that's the most used emoji. in this current climate. Dan is saying he's starved. Have you not got any food, Dan? Heather, it's a wink and tongue sticking out. Yes. I just coughed, so yeah, looks like I might be dying. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. So we're here today to talk about comforting scents or soothing scents, relaxing scents. What are the fragrances that you find relaxing? The kind of thing that if you're feeling a little bit stressed, you might take some comfort from wearing. They kind of soothe you in some gentle way. If you would like to share, I'm going to share mine. Dan says no coughing, Claire. Honestly, shit, I'm really scared now. I haven't coughed, I promise you. I've not done one cough all day. I haven't been coughing much. Like, I've had a very mild cold, a bit of a runny nose, not much really at all to talk about, and I was pretty much feeling like I'm over it. And literally now, I feel like I've got this this cough sitting here. You know, like you, yeah. Might be being paranoid. I'll keep drinking. I can't get this thing. It would be very inconvenient for work. Yes. John says, you're not dying. Load up on vitamin C. Your body doesn't produce it. Yeah, I have been taking, I've been taking a multivitamin and several different vitamin type things every day. So yeah, I'll try and immunise myself as much as I can. Heather, I was going to the Walmart neighbourhood market, but it'll wait. That's why I picked what I'm wearing, marshmallow and lavender for Alina. Frankenstein, Prada L'Homme and Abercrombie & Fitch. First instinct off the top of my head currently. Tracys here, and her comforting, and she's called Comforting Scents, and that's what Tracys all about. Tracys' channel and her Instagram are very much got a very comforting feel. I recommend everyone to check Tracey out. So she's saying Lavender's Trianon, Bengal Rouge, Aura Sublime, Estate Vanilla, and Anubis. Yeah, they are all lovely, lovely fragrances. GM, have you called your GP? You really should. I don't mean to be alarmist. I was fine until just literally now. I just feel like I've got this cough. But we don't call the GP here. We just stay indoors. That's all. Unless you get really, really, really ill. Frank Olsen says, hello Claire from Norway. Hi Frank. Yeah, honestly, I've been absolutely fine all day. Went on a big 2-hour walk, but it was quite chilly, so I might have kind of, I don't know, dried myself out. I don't know really. Yeah, I'm going to feel really bad if I have actually got it, because, yeah. Anywho, let's not worry about that for now. So comforting, not comfort incense, because that's Tracey. Comforting scents. I've gone for a few different things, so they've got different reasons. So we'll just throw one out there to start with. I've actually picked Pink Patchouli from SPpoms, and spray it over here. Can you hear my cat? Can you hear my cat? She's purring. John, we all care about you, Claire. Thank you, John. That's very kind. Comfort incense, uplifting fragrances comfort me too, with a bit of zest or mint feeling soothing. Yes, I've picked one. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, that's funny. I picked a few up and they're not here. So I had Neroni Portofino here as my clean, comforting, uplifting, zesty fragrance, but I've actually somehow misplaced it. I've obviously walked around the house and put it somewhere else. So John says, stop drinking alcohol. Alcohol reduces your immune system. I'm actually going to, John, because yeah, I didn't feel great waking up dehydrated today and tired, and I always feel a bit sluggish the next day after drinking. I don't get a lot done. I end up sleeping in too late, and what with the fact that I can't go out anyway at the moment, I don't need to drink to sit and chat to you guys. That's not a necessity. So I'm pretty much going to massively cut down on alcohol, at least while all this is going on. When I'm allowed back in the pubs again, that might change. But for now, yeah, I mean, there might be one, yeah, but I'm massively going to cut down. Rich says Amber Sultan is a comforting scent. I always mix up the two very spicy ones from Serge Luton's, Amber Sultan and Araby. I think Amber Sultan's the one I really like. I think that's smoother, whereas Araby is that kind of like harsher. Let me know, Rich. So I was going to spray it in the air away from the cat over in this direction. So this is pink patchouli, and the reason I picked it is because it's got this. So when Sven Pritzkelate uses patchouli, he seems to use, I think he does use the same one, or it feels like he does in the fragrances certainly that I recognise it in, and he talks about an aged patchouli, and it feels to me like he's used that aged patchouli in here, which I really enjoy, bearing in mind I'm not a patchouli fan when it's a dominant note in a fragrance. It's in loads of stuff that I love when it's usually in a smaller dose, but in his musk fragrance and in this pink patchouli, in his musk fragrance he definitely does use aged patchouli, and I think he might do in here, but what I'm not really getting to what I'm in a roundabout way, what I'm trying to say is this aged patchouli it's really dusty and powdery, and I really like it. Heather says you had me at patchouli. Yeah, this is really nice. It's got a sweetness to it. It's got I can't even remember the notes. It's got a bit of a cleanliness to it, almost like a slight soapiness, but you've got this aged dusty patchouli that's not syrupy like it can be. It's not like you get in Chanel's Coromandel. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like you get in I'm gonna forget what it's called now, the one that Dan really likes. Rich will know. The one I don't like, it's a boozy, heavy on the patchouli fragrance, that kind of well known as a cheapy men's fragrance. I can't remember what it's called. Joss Jane, hi Joss. So howdy. Joss has just done a video, a nice little video on her channel with links to different videos to uplift you, and the selection of things that she recommends you watch. And she very kindly linked one of my videos as well, but she also linked non-fragrance related things just to lift your spirits and stuff. So I recommend just checking that one out. Check out Joss's video and click on some of the links that she's linked there, because they're kind of nice, uplifting, fun videos. You're welcome, Joss. Thank you for putting out such a nice video, thinking of everyone else. Yeah, so pink patchouli. Do you know what? I can't remember the notes. It's terrible. I've not I've not loaded anything up. The good news is I've sorted out my laptop. So I'd messed up my laptop, but it turned out I'd removed the program that was causing the problem, but I hadn't started and stopped it. So when I just closed the lid on the laptop, but my brother said, no, you need to turn it off and on again. And I did, and it's sorted. So luckily my laptop is now fully functioning, because I kind of need it, you know. Googled pink patchouli. I'll get it up on Fragrantica because that's the first option. And let's see what the notes are, because actually I can't remember what the floral is in here. It's not anything I can quite pinpoint at the moment. Maybe there isn't a floral. Powdery notes. It's definitely very powdery, and I think powdery equals comfort, to certainly to me, and probably to a lot of people. We've got red berries, so that's what I think gives it that sweetness and that pinkiness. You've got pink pepper as well, and musk, and white musk and tonka. So white musk is a very clean smelling thing, and white musk I think is very comforting. White musk is the kind of thing that could come off like clean linen, you know. Tonka is obviously sweet and can be a little bit spicy, but this is not too, it's not particularly spicy. There's pink pepper as well, so it's giving it a little bit of a, but that gives it more of a fizz rather than a spice, if that makes sense. So I find it just simply because of its powderiness and its sweet and its clean muskiness. It's very comforting. It's a really nice fragrance actually. Heather saying she's been watching a lot of Joss's videos. Oh, and Joss, I loved your eye makeup, by the way, in that video as well. I meant to put that on your, I meant to write a comment. I don't think I did. Dan, have to go eat dinner, Claire. Well, you should if you're starving, Dan. If you're still online when I'm done, I'll pop back on. Great, it'll be good to see you if we're still going. Tracy says, yes, powdery, same for me. Love Angelique for that calming side, definitely. Jim says it sounds great. Hilary says, hey Claire. Hey Hilary. So we're currently talking about SPpoms Pink Patchouli, and I just find it really comforting, and just love it. It's musky, it's sort of aged dusty dry patchoulis and red berries, and it's pretty, but it's kind of unusual. But the powderiness, the cleanliness, and combined with the dustiness of the patchouli is just really nice and comforting. So that's my first choice for a comforting fragrance. Hilary, what picks have you got? What ones would you say are your comforting, soothing, relaxing scents? Hilary loves pink patchouli. SP Musk is my hug fragrance. SP Musk is really nice. It's really lovely. I find it really appealing fragrance. I love wearing it going out. I feel really confident that I smell good. And like, yeah, you say it's your hug fragrance, but as much as it maybe feels like a hug, it kind of is a great fragrance to wear if you're going to be hugging people, because it's really lovely and it lasts so well on me. So I can wear it on a night out, wake up the next day and still smell it. So I really love that one. And Heather says her oldest son loves Yognog. Yes, Yognog is by Lush. I've got the body spray. I actually keep it in my bathroom as, this is going to sound terrible, as an air freshener. But actually it's so strong, it completely dominates the upstairs of the house. So I spray it and then I shut the door quickly, because it's like so strong it can be a bit too much. But it is a really nice, spicy, what is it, like a caramel, tonka vanilla. It's like Christmas. don't say anything. It's like Christmas, all the Christmas sweet treats, and because it's a bit spicy, yeah, I can see that that's very much a comforting fragrance. Hilary, I think Memo Italian Leather is my most comforting fragrance when I'm feeling homesick or just overwhelmed, just because it smells like my family's farm. That's really nice. I think when you've got scent memory attached, then anything could be comforting to you if it's the right memory. Jim, I have to say you and Dan make a nice couple. Oh, we're just friends. Tracy, Let the Good Times Roll is a lovely comforter too from Lush. Yes, what have I got? Oh, I think I've got a body spray somewhere. I've got that somewhere, yeah. Joss says Angel Muse is probably my most comforting because it's so delicious. Angel Muse is the only Angel I actually like, and I don't mean any disrespect to anyone that loves Angel, but to me that the patchouli in there is too much, and it's just a bit grating for me. I just don't enjoy it. I think I've caught whiffs of it on other people and thought it was nice, but I couldn't wear it myself. But Angel Muse is a really gorgeous, really vanilla-y. Is it sort of a bit caramelly as well? Very comforting. I agree. Floating Man. Evening, hope you're all well. Evening, Floating Man. I'm not sure I am well. Oh my God. Heather's asking if Angel Muse is being discontinued, if anyone knows the answer to that. Floating Man, I found Dendera to be really comforting scent for me these last few months. Used nearly half the bottle. Wow. Yeah, I really enjoyed Dendera. I almost reached for it for this video, but decided not to. But I think things with incense can be quite comforting, whether it be because you have religious connotations with it, or just generally incense is kind of a very cleansing scent, isn't it? The smoke kind of cleanses the area, and it's spiritual. Robert Crawford, you seriously again just went by my comment again. What? No, I don't know if your comment always shows up, Robert. Because there's this system that sometimes holds comments back. I'm scrolling, and I can't see any other comment from you. Promise you, Robert, I've just scrolled through everything and there's only one comment from you. Jim, Floating Man, we're trying to get Claire to go to the doctors. They wouldn't take me. You can't go to the doctors. Joss, Muse seems pretty popular now. I'm nervous. Do I need to place an order? Oh dear. What, for a backup bottle? If you're scared of it being discontinued, I suppose. Yeah. Heather says it's not in Ulta, but it's online. Yeah, Tracy says Robert's comment hasn't come up. So, yeah, Robert, I'm not sure. Unless someone secretly, so if one of my spanner holders maybe like deliberately deleting your messages, that might actually be happening because I think, yeah, that's possible. It's possible that someone is deleting your comments, Robert. I will investigate. Floating Man, has she been suffering with it for 2 weeks? No, I honestly, it's just literally just started while I'm doing the live stream. It's just suddenly, my throat's kind of feels like it wants to cough, if that makes any sense. Jim, I don't see comments, Robert's comments either. It wasn't I. Yeah, okay, Robert, just write it again. Frank Olsen, what do you think of Kuros? I think Kuros is a classic men's fragrance. Not one I necessarily would want a boyfriend to wear around me because it's a bit animalic and it's a bit old-fashioned, but it's definitely a historical, very important fragrance. Oh, so Robert, I actually fought myself, but now it's just been proved. Thank you, Spanner guys. Okay. If one of my Spanner people is removing Robert's comments, then I am going to take your Spanner away. Okay. So let's all play nice because this is a really nice group of people. and we don't want any naughtiness, particularly in this current climate. Let's all be nice. So yeah. Heather, if you have a humidifier, use it. No, I don't. Tracy says it wasn't me, as Shaggy would say. I know it's not you, Tracy. Frankenstein, shots fired. Floating man, hopefully it's nothing too serious. I hope not. John says breathe in for 10 seconds and hold your breath. What? What does that do? Let's have a little drink. So I couldn't get much food today from the local co-op. So my dinner was tomato soup, but that wasn't enough. I was still hungry. So I ended up with some cheese on toast as well. But I did do a 2-hour walk, so, and Palmer violets in the bath. So yeah, up until now my diet was pretty good. Today I might not have quite met the calorie count I'm supposed to be looking for, but cheese on toast, that's a comforting meal if ever there was one. Heather says, what's a spanner? So when you have a spanner, Heather, you have special magic powers, right? And you might find you've got a spanner yourself now. And what it means is you can put someone in timeout if they're being naughty. You can, I think you can delete the comment. Yeah, you can delete the comment. Not sure what other powers it gives you. Probably the same powers as me. So I can remove a comment, put someone in timeout, hide user on this channel. Yeah, so Robert said it's been happening for the last 2 weeks, but I thought it was the comments were going too fast. You've been saying it a lot, and I have obviously missed some comments, you know, when it's been a bit lively, but you have been saying it, and I thought you were just being overly sensitive. But yeah, maybe maybe, oh God, maybe yeah, there is some naughtiness going on. That happened to Peter Corcoran, my lovely friend Peter. I think he said something funny that might have looked to someone else like he was trolling when he wasn't. I don't even know. I've not seen him. I've spoken to him since on Facebook, but I haven't seen him in a live chat since. So I do hope he's not hidden from the channel. I'll have to check that out. Heather, I see Rich Jim comforting sense with the blue wrench. What about yourself, Heather? Heather, I've heard that, Robert, about the feet. What am I missed there? About the feet. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what we're talking about feet. Rich says it's not me deleting comments. Okay, Rich, I don't know what's going on. It's all very strange. My little pussy cat she's just laid out down here. I'm not gonna move the thing because her feet are around the feet of the stand. She's all like all sprawled out, and you can see the bottom of her little paws, and they're all so cute. Heather, oh my, wow, I feel special. You are special, Heather. We're all special. We're all special in this group. Okay, let's move on to another fragrance. Otherwise, I'm going to end up going on forever. So one fragrance I'm finding really, really comforting, and I think Tracy will agree with me, is Sappho from Lush. Robert says Vicks on feet to help with cold, etc. And put socks on. Okay. I think I might have some Vicks actually. I'm not very good at adulting. So, you know, like adults have things in the house like Vicks, maybe plasters, paracetamol, that kind of stuff. More often than not, I just don't have those things. I mean, I actually do have paracetamol at the moment. and plasters, only because I had such a rotten blister, which I think I showed you all actually, that I had to buy plasters. So, but normally I just don't have these things like normal people do. Sappho from Lush is really, really comforting. Rich says, I've not seen any deleted comments either. Moderators can see who and what was deleted. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. So Sappho, I think Iris for me is definitely a comforting scent. It's in a lot of these fragrances that I'm going to be talking about. And this has got a really nice dose of quite a rich, buttery iris. And there's tobacco, and there's jasmine, and there's vanilla. It's not the most it's not the kind of scent that changes loads on your skin. In many ways, it's probably quite simplistic, but I don't mind. And normally I do mind when things don't change a lot. I get bored, but I don't find that with this. It is so addictive. When I picked up, what was it? Oh no, it was my dressing gown. So I'd been chilling out and chilling out my dressing gown, and I'd been wearing that. And then a couple of days later, I put the dressing gown on, and I could smell that. And I was like, oh wow, I just love this scent. Joss, Spanner's the new toilet paper. Quite the opposite, Joss, because you can easily get Spanners around here anyway, and not so much toilet paper. Heather, I'll have to see if Sappho is available in Missouri. Yeah, honestly, if you love rich, smooth, comforting scents, if you love iris, and it's not a really powdery iris, it's kind of, like I said, it's very buttery in texture, very smooth. A tobacco is more like a tobacco leaf kind of scent than a rolling tobacco, or certainly not anything smoky. It's not, it's in its raw state, and it's sweetened, and the vanilla's a very lightly touch to it. The vanilla, it's not a vanilla heavy, and it's a very natural smelling vanilla, not a cupcake vanilla at all. And it's all just rolled together in this really smooth and creamy, lovely way. And I find it very, very comforting. So that's Sappho. Okay, I think you were talking about yourself, so that's all right. I haven't actually got a scent on for bed yet. It might be Sappho, but I'm going to see how I feel about the other fragrances we're talking about. So I'm going to give you another powdery one, and that is Tainted Love by Prada. And this one is that makeup powder kind of thing. So it's iris, rose and violet, but it's super powdery. So now Sweet is sort of rolling around and moving, so that's why your screen will be moving. Oh, I wish I could show. I could probably show you her, but it might be slightly annoying. There she is. Shall I just leave you watching her for a little bit, and I'll talk a little bit more about. We'll talk a little bit more about that. So it's got this. Oh, she's like, did I give you permission to film me? It's got this kind of slightly sharp muskiness to it. What's the matter, sweetie? What's the matter, my little angel? Go back to sleep. So Tainted Love is it's got that makeup powder thing. So it's very powdery, kind of waxy at the same time, but there's this muskiness to it that it kind of stops it being too sweet with the rose and the violet. It's, it, my arm's aching holding her up, so holding this up, should I say. So, oops, sorry, sweetie. Where's its eyes? What do you mean, where's its eyes? Sweetie. Sweetie's a girl. Where's her eyes? Oh. Get away from the pain you drive into the heart of me, the love we share. So, yeah, you probably didn't need that. Tainted Love. It's pretty rosy violet with musks and loads and loads and loads of powder. And it's very comforting, I think. I don't know if I really love it though. I don't know if it's a keeper, but it is comforting. I've still got to, I haven't felt the need to wear it too much since I've had it, so I need to investigate this a bit more, give it a few wearings, review it, and make my mind up on whether it's a keeper or not. But yeah, Tainted Love's a great song. So, yeah, I've picked a few more bottles, but I seem to have left them lying around. I've been talking about this one a lot lately, so it will come as no surprise that Whispers in the Library is here. And it's just a beautiful, it starts off, I kind of want to wear it. I'm going to wear it on this, I'm going to wear it on this hand. Just wear it all over this arm. Like, we're all going to die, so I might as well just go mental, right? Well, okay, that's probably not good for my throat. Okay, sorry about that. Probably, I don't think Sweetie might have appreciated that either. Whispers in the Library, I've probably spoken about it far too much lately, but I do find it really comforting. The opening's a little bit spicy, and then it's just a really, really gorgeous woody, papery, vanilla-y scent. The vanilla is delectable. I absolutely love it. And yeah, I do find that really comforting. And if it does remind you of being in a library, that could be quite a comforting place to be in some ways, if you like books. If you hate books, then it might be quite the opposite. Robert says, that reminds me, I was listening to glam rock today. Brilliant. Floating Man, thoughts on sandalwood? Do you dabble much with it? I enjoy sandalwood as a note. It's in Bengal Rouge, which I love. My mum wears Samsara, where it's a very prominent note, and I enjoy that. I wouldn't usually wear something that is really dominant in sandalwood, so I wouldn't say that it's a fragrance or a note that I desperately seek, but usually I enjoy it as part of a composition. How do you feel about sandalwood? I take it, is it one of your favourite notes? Okay, right, that was Whispers in the Library, and that is now coating my left arm. I've still got another arm to go, and all up here that needs scenting. Now, another way I find comfort is by trying to transport myself somewhere else, somewhere fun, or somewhere where I would normally be in my happy place. And generally that's going to be like a beach fragrance, a tropical island fragrance, because I love tropical islands. I love the flora and the fauna. I love the beach. I love the sea. I love the sun, the cocktails, and the fun and all that stuff. And one fragrance that really takes me to the beach is Chameleon by Zoologist. And this is a ylang ylang scent. So ylang ylang is obviously a yellow flower, very exotic, and I'd say ylang ylang is the main component. But this is I mean, you can see the colours of the holograph, and this is a colourful fragrance. So when you smell it, you literally smell all the colours of the rainbow, and it sounds kind of mad, but it's not. It's a party fragrance, and I don't mean a fragrance you wear to a party, which you could definitely, but it's a party in your nose. It's just beautiful. You've got this ylang ylang, but you've also got, there's a couple of things in here, and I can't remember the notes, and there's a lot of notes in here. There's a couple of things in here that stop it being too sweet. It's quite a sweet fragrance, but there's a few things that hold it back a little bit from being too sweet. So I think it's ambergris and woods that kind of get in the way of it being far too sweet. It's absolutely beautiful. Tracey, adore Chameleon too. Floating Man regarding sandalwood. Yep, it's one of my most favourite comforting notes. Someone commented that Maison Martin Margiela jumped the shark with bubble bath. I thought that was pretty funny. Jumped the shark? What does that mean? Sorry. I saw that they were going to have a fragrance called Bubble Bath, and then I since have found nothing else more about it. So I'm really curious about that one. Heather, the two Nordstroms here don't carry complete lines or certain brands online only. Heather, I love coffee. Jim says, it's hard to imagine how that's not going to be kind of simplistic. Yeah, that's the only thing. It might be a little bit simple. But still really curious how they handle it. Oh, kind of went too far and got ridiculous. That's what jumped the shark means, I take it. Wonder if Bubble Bath would be like the different companies, Pure Eve. I think I've smelled that. It was quite nice. Frankenstein going to sign out, feeling sleepy. Stay safe, everyone. Good night. Good night, Frankenstein. Thanks for dropping by. Just Jane says it originated with the American 70s show called Happy Days. Oh, I know that one, where they had an episode with a shark. Okay. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. What a day. Da da da. Middle week with you. Yeah, I know that one. Right, so Chameleon. I can't remember all the notes, but it's a fruity and floral concoction with some grounding by what I believe to be sort of like a driftwood note and ambergris, that kind of thing. It's a party on your skin when you wear it. It's vibrant and it just takes you to the most beautiful tropical island. So I really love that one. Right, so the Happy Days, where they had an episode with a shark, and it was like, probably should have ended that show a while ago. I see what you mean. Okay. When Fonzie water skied over a shark. I wonder if I saw that one. I can't really remember. Yeah, can't really remember. Yes, anywho. So that's that one. I've got one here that I think is kind of relevant in many ways for our current situation. It's called Miracle of Roses. It's by Miguel Matos, and so this is kind of inspired by a really lovely story of I think it's a queen or a princess married to a king, wanting to help the poor of her town. She used to sneak out bread to feed the poor, or sneak out food to feed the poor. And then she was told not to do it anymore. She was banned from doing it. And so she would hide the bread in her dress, under her dress, and sneak it out. And she was stopped and asked to reveal what she was hiding under her dress. And the bread miraculously turned into roses, even though it's the middle of winter and there were no roses anywhere. And that's the story behind the fragrance. And of course there's rose in here, but there's also incense, and there's a bread note, and it's really powdery again. So powdery again, it kind of equals that comforting scent, but to have such a lovely story behind it, I think especially in this current climate, this is actually a really perfect fragrance to reach for. So it's got that incensiness that gives it that kind of spiritual feel, but it's also got, now to me it says it has a bread note. I get more of a dough note, so like an uncooked bread from it. That's just me, that's my nose. And then rose, and it's really lovely. So I think I'm going to go on my arm with this one. John's saying don't quit your day job. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you suggesting I can't sing, John? Because that would be sacrilege, wouldn't it? So here we go then. We are wearing Miracle of Roses. It's such an unusual fragrance. And I remember I really struggled to review this one because I really found it hard to explain how it smells. It's got almost a concrete dust smell to it, which doesn't sound good unless you love concrete dust, and I do. Yeah, it's really nice. It's really strange. I don't feel quite right. I feel slightly strange. So I could be getting paranoid again. I might be doing that hyper thingy again. But yeah, I don't feel quite myself. Yeah, this is a really unique and unusual scent, but it definitely has a powdery, comforting feel. And I think rose is really nice. I think rose can be very comforting anyway. So that's Miracle of Roses. And then my last two are Guerlain fragrances. So I've gone for Iris Ganache, which is in my travel spray here. Another iris scent. Oh, so nice. It's just got the most beautiful vanilla, and it's rich iris and a sort of molten hint of white chocolate, almost a bit Play-Doh like as well. And Play-Doh is that nostalgic scent from childhood, when when you're innocent and you just take pleasure from life and you don't have to worry about anything else. Play-Doh, I mean, Play-Doh is an insult to this, of course, but it just kind of has that waxy Play-Doh like feel. Really love that. Joss, hope you feel better. Cold Ease zinc lozenges are the best to help you feel better. Oh, okay. I don't know if we have those here. I have been taking zinc. I've been taking magnesium with zinc every day. And I have got some pastils, some strepsils we have. So I'll go and get those. Yeah, so Iris Ganache, I think that's going to be my scent for the bed. So it's a rather opulent fragrance to wear to bed, certainly on your own, but that's what's happening. I'm not going to wear as much of this because I don't have as much and it's very expensive, but I'm worth it. So yeah, I really, really love my Iris Ganache, and sad that it's being discontinued. But that is how the world... Actually, I've got strepsils here. I might have a strepsil. I'm kind of nervous now. I don't want to have to not go to work. We've got honey and lemon, sore throat. Oh, Superdrug Own. So these aren't even strepsils. These are like fake strepsils. Jim, I'm glad I'm not the only one who puts on free fragrances for bed. Yeah, it's normal. It's normal, Jim. We'll do it. So that leaves me with one more then, and it is going to be no surprise to most of you. It's my insolence, of course, because I just find it's kind of my scent. It's my comforting scent. It's me. It's powdery, so it's got the iris. It's kind of cool. It's got a coolness to it, but it's also got a warmth because it's got a vanilla and it's got raspberry, which just gives it a little bit of tartness in the opening. And it's kind of like, it's as comforting as baby powder, but it doesn't smell like just like baby powder, but it's a really fine powdery scent. And of course the almond blossom, which I think might be a bit powdery in here as well. Heather's wearing 2 fragrances. Jim's wearing 2 at the moment. Now he's home all day. When one wears off, I put another one on. Yeah. I don't even wait for them to wear off sometimes. I just think, oh, I'm going to chuck something else on top. Did anyone see Stop Talking About Fragrances video? If you don't know who Stop Talking About Fragrances is, he's on YouTube and Instagram, and he's the guy that's done the animation for Peter's fragrance Proxima, so Centauri's Proxima. Stop Talking About Fragrances did the animation, so he's very clever, very good at making videos, and he's just done some extreme layering combo. Basically, he sprayed every single fragrance in his collection on his arm in one spot, and I don't think it turned out too well, but kind of a fun concept. I don't think I'm going to do every single fragrance in one spot, but I might maybe pick like 10 fragrances to wear at once and then go out and see what happens. What's Rich saying here? It's fucking Baltic. I think that means cold, doesn't it? Are you cold, Rich? Is that what we're saying? I think that's what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, I'm not cold. I had a really hot bath and put my heating up, and I'm now in bed with you lot and the cat, so it's all good. Joss says, thanks for the recommendation, just found him, looks like a pretty interesting channel. Yep. Heather kind of pointed us to put more on when all I smell is the menthol. Yeah, probably. So I kind of want to spray this now, but I've run out of, I don't want to, I guess it might work with the Iris Ganache. Might work with Iris Ganache, you know. Do a couple. That's it then, we're layering. Hi, Christy. So I'm done with all the fragrances now. I did have more, but I think I've left them lying around the house somewhere, so I'm not sure what I've done. But I think that's enough. They're comforting fragrances for me. Heather says it's lower than 40 degrees here. I don't know what the temperature is here. Rich, what's the temperature here? Well, you're up north, so it'd be colder and darker and grimmer. Yeah, it's weird. My throat wants to cough, so that's really strange. I really hope, fuck. Oh god, this bloody thing makes you paranoid, doesn't it? Right, I haven't seen a comment from Robert in a little while, so does that mean he's gone, or does it mean that he's still being intercepted by someone? Robert, are you still in the building? Can you give me a little wave or something if you're still about? Just want to make sure you're okay. Looks like my battery's about to die. Yeah. Yeah, my battery's about, well, 20%, so getting there. So it might be time to head off in a moment. Christy, I'm wearing straight vanilla tonight for maximum coziness. Lovely. So how did you do that? Not wearing vanilla food essence, I take it, like someone's colleague was doing. Heather, you could try gargling with warm salt water. Your throat is probably just irritated. Yeah, hopefully. Not. My mum always tells me to gargle with salt water, and I very stubbornly refuse because I hate it. Yes. What was I saying? What were we saying? Yeah, Christy, when you say you're wearing straight vanilla, what do you mean? I use a vanilla absolute in perfume as alcohol. Oh, okay. That's nice. Is it a really nice? How much? Oh, Heather's co-worker does the vanilla essence. That's it. Yeah. So I don't always remember all the stuff. But yes, that was an interesting conversation. Your co-worker wears vanilla essence as a perfume. I mean, that's mental. Yeah, vanilla absolute in perfume is alcohol. Probably really nice actually, because vanilla in itself is actually quite complex. If it's a natural vanilla anyway, it's a bit more complex than just how you might imagine. I think it could come off a little bit woody, a little bit spicy. Pat and her vanilla extract. Pat, what a fun, like, it's always a pat, isn't there? Like, it's always a pat. Yeah. DB70's here. Hi, DB70. Christy says it's fairly cheap to make. Make it as strong as you like. Okay, I think it's if you can get the vanilla now, because I think vanilla's quite hard to, well, quite expensive to get hold of, isn't it? John Q is diagnosing me with a common cold. Common? Me? How rude. Yeah, hopefully I'm fine then. Joss says it must smell like someone's making cookies all the time. With Heather's colleague walking around wearing vanilla essence. Heather says she's upgraded to a small plastic spritz bottle. So I think initially you said she was dabbing it directly on from her vanilla essence bottle. I mean, that's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Right. I think I'm going to call it a night. And I'm feeling a little bit tired. I'm going to go to bed early, and then that way I will be up at a reasonable time tomorrow. Meaning I go to bed at a reasonable time tomorrow, meaning I get up for work at 5:15 in the morning, which is always fun. Love earlies, or days as we call them. Yeah. So thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you're looking after yourselves and not going too stir crazy with all the stuff that's going on. I hope you're all okay. DB70, I love the sniff. I have the sniffles too, but not too bad. Yep, hope you're all going to be okay, and well, I'm sure you will. Let's all look out for each other, and I will see you very, very soon. I might give it a break tomorrow. Probably won't live stream tomorrow because it's probably been a bit overkill these last few days, but I'll definitely be back working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, 12-hour shifts. So I'll probably be back Thursday with a live stream for you if you're up for it. So thank you so much everyone for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Night. I might take you for a peek at Sweetie before we end the stream. So here she goes. There she is. See if you can hear her purring. Let's get you a little bit closer. There she is. I'm cutting off her head, sorry. Oh, here she goes. Here she goes.
Bye, everyone.